Name this side BF admin. Then name this side KLM admin. KLM admin. What we are going to do is that we are going to do what we call SSH. Okay. But for the meantime, we are going to configure the router identification number first. So we have to do it on this one. Then later on, we'll come to this one. Then we configure the SSH. Okay. You remember that SSH is what? It's called secure share. We want to secure the lines. First line is the console, which is the blue one. But if you have misplaced the console cable and you have crossover cable, can I use crossover cable to enter into the router like how I've been using to enter in it with a console cable? Then it means you have to configure what we call SS H. Are you listening? So let's go inside the router 1. Go inside router 1. Let's go inside router 1. Let's go to line console. Type line console. Enter. Okay, let's go to, then let's type the password. Then the login. Let's hurry up. This one we know it already. So fast. Then we are going. Okay. Can you see now? Now exec what? Timeout. Let's put 0 so that our router will not log off anytime we are not attending to. Type exit. Then enable. Put the secret. Are you done? We have already configured what? Our IP address, but let's check whether truly we have configured it. Okay, so type do show IP interface brief. Because we are inside the configuration, that is why I type the do. But if we are not inside the configuration and we are rather on privilege mode, I'll type show. So enter. It means I've configured one side of what? GIJ, that is the gigabit Ethernet 0/0. I've configured IP address 10.0.0.1. And the status is what? Is up. The protocol too is up. Then it means it's working. Okay. Now let's configure the router ID on it. Are you following it? So we are going to configure the EIGRP. So type router EIGRP and let's choose anonymous number as what? 100. I don't know the anonymous number that you choose. Or you're already done with this. But you choose different numbers, but it goes the same. You saw the numbers from 1 to 65,000, some 355, 4. So just type what? Router you have to type the EIGRP router ID. Then you put 1.1.1.1 is how many bits? 32. enter before you type what? The various network addresses. So if we have maybe two network addresses, then we can say that network. We can say network. Then 10.0.0.0 space 255.0.0.0. Then you enter. If there is another LAN IP, if there is another LAN IP, which is the router's IP is having another LAN over here, then it means you have to provide that one also IP what? Address, okay? Let's do the same thing to this side. Let's do the same thing to, that is router 1. I hope by now you have already done that one, which is KLM admin side. So just click en config or you provide the ARGRP also the same. I choose 100, so I'll provide it the same. So ARGRP, then the router ID. I'll choose 2.2.2.2. You are not supposed to type 1. Are you following it? Yes, so the router 1, we type 1.1.1. So this one also we have to type 2.2. Router 3, you choose 3.3.3. Are you following it? In a sequential form. Enter. Now type end. Let's type the end so that we can find ourselves in a privilege mode. Let's type the end. The reason why you cannot see, can't you see that there is no adjacency? Do you know the reason? There's no LAN what? A network. Because the routers, they know each other's already. 1, 2, I know you, but you don't know my LAN IP. If I'm using 192.168, router 2 will not know the router 1's 192.168. And router 1 also will not know the router 2 if it's using 172 over here. So it means that after you finish configuring the EIGRP, this one and the other side of it will be seeing themselves adjacency because their routers will be what? IP address will be communicating. Okay. But I want us to see something. Be on the router 1. Be on the router 1. Be on router 1. Just write, then copy running startup. Running startup. Now ping, let's ping. Ping the other side, 10.0.0.2. 10.0.0.2. We went through, eh? We went through. We are now going to give the router ID to our loopback ID. But you know loopback. How many of you know loopback ID? Loopback interface. Loopback interface. Oh, you were taught first level. Level 100 you were taught, or loopback IP, ID address. Okay, right now we are going to see the loopback what? IP or the loopback interface. Are you following it? Let's say, for instance, the two routers we have here, they have a loopback. A loopback. It's an interface. It helps the actual interface of the router port to distribute IP address to a corporate network, or to deal with what? A dictionary what? Networks. Let me just put it in a simple term for you. I can say that your day born, eh? No one gives it to you. The day you were born, they gave a day born name. It's there automatically, or that is your look back. Until they will come and give you a real name. So after giving you a real name, and that if you were born on Friday, because I was born on Friday, if you were born on Friday, automatically they said, but that Kofi will not be on you until they have to also that Kofi is your look back. So like if somebody comes and within a week, there is no name ceremony. At least you have a name. That is the name. Because when people enter into this world, then they will just have they go, oh, your child was born on Sunday. I was Akos. Monday is Akwa. Okay, so if she was born on Sunday and is Akos, then the child passed away. By all means, in their memory, they will know that there was a child that was born on Sunday. But that child that passed away will not come for me. Because we have to wait for commandment. And we are following the Bible commandment. All the commandments don't they are Muslim. So I don't know whether they should wait for one week and follow the or the way they do that. So it's the same thing. So the look back is given. So if you want a router to communicate with another router, this is how I've now comes from. When I was like people are using it now. If you want the router to communicate with another router, you have to give the loopback IP address. And after giving the loopback IP address, you must provide that loopback IP address to the router's port. So that they can work together. And we are going to see how many loopback interfaces you have inside your system. Okay? You are going to see how many interfaces you have inside the system. Let's go to router 1. Go to router 1. Config T. Then INT, you type what? LO, press the tab key. You see look back. You see the look back. Yes. Now press the shift and the tab key. Okay, so how many interfaces you have so far? Look, hi, from zero, like how we have interface FA slash 0/0. This one too is having 0. Who can mention the numbers over there? Obviously, it's plenty. Eh? Yes, it's very, 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 very plenty. And the loopback interface, what? Is asking you which one of those interface over there you must use. So if the router, this router is having 4 legs, one leg is this, another leg is here, another leg is here, another leg is here. For the purpose of what? Communication, for receiving and the sending interface, you have to provide one loopback what? IP address to all of them. If you go to the other side too, you provide and you give it to the interface. Are you following it? So let's choose 0. Enter. When you enter, have you seen that it's like you've entered inside an interface? You've seen it? It's like you've entered inside the interface. Are you following it? But the thing is not real. The thing is not real. It's inside. Let's provide the IP address. So 1.1.1.1. Sorry. 255.255.255.255. Enter. We said the relative ID is how many? 30.2. And when you check what you have on the board, 255, 255, 255, 255, 32 solid what? Bit. I hope you are getting what we are doing. How many of you are not getting it? Should I go on the board? Do the same thing to this side. So this one, what we are going to do is that we are going to choose loop backward. 1. We are going to choose loop backward 1. Then you type IP address. That one was 2.2.2.2. So this one 2.2.2.2. Then 255.255.255.255. You enter. Then you type what? Exit. You enter, then you type exit. Now, I want you to type exit. We are on router what? 2. Now, ping the look back of router 1. Okay? Can you ping? Can you ping? Do you know the reason why you can't ping? Because you have to also add what? The loopback IP address to the EIGRP network. You understand? Eh? Oh, who is here that you don't understand? So we have to add the loopback IP address to this. Are you following me? As a command. You don't understand. You don't understand. The loopback itself. You want to understand. Look, the loopback itself is an interface purposely for communication between two routers. The loopback. How to show you the SSH. So I'll continue it tomorrow. Are you following it? Are you following it? So what I'll be doing is that, please make sure that this side, you have to give 172.16.0.1. Okay. Then this one also you give 172.16.0.100. So it means that we are going to stand on crossover cable to enter inside the router. We won't stand on the console. Are you following it? We will not stand on the console to enter inside the router, but rather we will stand on what? The crossover cable to enter inside the router. Dot one. Yes, and the client one is 100. Example, let me just show you one example. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Okay, you go inside, look, oh, you go inside the PC like this one, but close this one, close this, because you are inside this PC. Meanwhile, you use a console. We use a terminal by using the console. Go to the IP address, then assign this IP address to the laptop. So we are going to use two lines, okay? So 172.16.0.100. Then you type the router's own 172.16.0.1. Okay? So it means that you have to now assign an IP address to this particular word interface. When finish assign, or when you are done assigning the IP address, the next point that you have to do is that we want to use this crossover cable to enter inside this by using a configuration we name what? SSH, secure share. Secure share. Suppose you have misplaced your console cable and there are a lot of crossover cable in the company. What will you do? Are you following it? Since you have already configured a port to be the console, using the crossover cable as what? SSH to log in, it's going to be easy because you will be here like this. You go to the client machine like this. You will configure the thing in such a way that it won't pass through terminal, but rather will pass through command prompt here. Then when you type username, the router's IP address, then it asks you about what? The password. When you type the password, you enter the router. Have you seen this place there? This one, you just click on this, you click this, before it will ask you of what? Password and the rest. Are you following it? Yes. So we are going to deal with what? What we call SSH what? Tomorrow. So please keep this in mind. SSH, SSH, SSH tomorrow. Thank you very much. Any question? Any question? Come. Any question? Okay, then if there is no question, we have to pray so that you pass here. When you pass like this, you are going to washroom. When you pass straight like this, you are going down there. So any question? Okay, then let's pray. Let me deal with 8 to 10. Okay, so thank you very much at least for being with me, studying together, making ourselves approved. Tomorrow, another day. But the work, the test that we did on Friday, eh, I know that some of you have already dealt with it during the week. I will check tomorrow. But I want you to provide a RID to the router. How many of the routers? 3. So do justice to it for me. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow.